prioritize family over work.
At 4 o'clock in the morning is when no one else is up.
More Americans are working in their 80s. Data shows that more than...
Here, living in plain sight of modern society, we find one of the most common yet curious species on Earth, the modern consumer. At first glance, they appear harmless, but beneath the surface, they are locked in a delicate cycle of survival. Each morning is a rush to routine. Nourishment, not a priority. Appearance, time management, devices, all vital. For most consumers, the daylight hours they spent in their primary habitat, the workplace. Here, it performs repetitive tasks for extended periods on end, often beyond what is necessary for survival. The hustle is mandatory and expected by the alphas and by their entire social network. A survey finds that 61% of these beings claim that their workplace stress had made them sick, and 7% said they had actually been hospitalized. Interestingly, exhaustion is not seen as a warning sign to these herds, but rather a symbol of success. Tragic.
U.S. Surgeon General is warning that the American workplace needs to change to better support the emotional and physical well-being of employees.
Soon we see what is known in the animal kingdom as burnout, a syndrome recognized by the World Health Organization and normalized by the social workplace system. As pressure builds, the consumer begins to show signs of distress, increased heart rate, decreased patience, feelings of utter hopelessness, but above all else a growing urge to do something, anything, to feel in control again. And then, a fascinating behavior emerges. The consumer turns to a coping mechanism known as retail therapy. Observe closely. The credit card, the bright colors, the material joy, the ease. This is a critical moment in the cycle. A small surge of satisfaction follows as the consumer briefly regains a sense of control over its environment. However, the effect is temporary. Within hours, sometimes minutes, the stress returns. The grind is an ever-demanding social construct. After all, the workday will come again, the phones will ring, and the control will be gone. And the cycle begins again. But the consumer is not entirely to blame. Lurking in its environment are parasites that benefit from the shadows, pull the strings, feed highly skilled predators known as marketers. These crafty bastards gently guide the consumer toward its next purchase by using phrases like "treat yourself" and "you deserve this," even recruiting and influencing other consumers on the food chain to promote products as sweet treats and self-rewards. Packages stack and... Wait, is that my mum's porch? Where did we get this footage? Kyle, this isn't a freaking quack, mate. Where is my mum? Oh God. Kyle. Mum.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been...
And so, the modern consumer continues its cycle. Not out of weakness, but adaptation. In a world that demands constant output, it has learned to survive, one small treat at a time.